Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to rFactor 2 for another video. Now on your screens right now are a field of the USF2000 car. This car is a really cool, really fun stepping stone between the Skip Barber and the very fast Formula Renault 3.5 that we actually covered in my last RF2 video. Now in that Formula Renault video, the AI were absolutely awesome. They were just on point. It felt like I was racing real people at some points in that video, so I'm looking to try and emulate that experience here today at Lime Rock. Now, Lime Rock isn't really a circuit that I historically go very well at. I've had so many bad experiences and bad memories around here involving the Mazda Cup from iRacing and Lime Rock. So we're in a bit of a different car here, so hopefully the experience will be better. Of course, this USF car has a bit of downforce to play with. It's quite a lot lighter as well, and has better mechanical grip, as well as being an open wheeler. So contact is a no-no unless you want an early trip home. On the grid there in our USF2000 car, look at the little tower on the right there, guy with a green flag up in the air. Once that comes down, it's race start. Here we go then. And away, drama free. No wheel spin in this, not enough power, and the first gear is far too long, but we're away. Pretty good reaction, but I'm having to wait behind the cars on the inside. I'm boxed in here. Car on my inside as well. Gonna go to the extreme outside, see if there's any position to pick up there. Don't really want to go free wide this early on. Of course, being very conscious of the other cars around me, because being in this open wheel car, a little bit of contact is scary. We don't want that. We aren't touring cars right now. So through T2, our incident, and T3, a little bit of a cloud of smoke in front. One car's gone off. I'm having to wait a lot here and box right in. There's a car right on the inside. I'm having to just go over the pace of the other cars around me, which is why getting a good starting position in the race is usually so important. The starting midfield usually ends up something a bit like this. I think we're just about 3 wide. Got my nose in the 5, and the guy got the same on me on the inside there, but he backs out of it and we go through almost single file. Number 3 gets it wrong on the outside. I'm going to take the opportunity there and try and get past. Nice, okay, good. Nibble that curb on the inside and 1 lap down up to P17. Not a bad start. I'm not actually sure where we started, but I know we gained a couple of places. Down to T1 now, getting the braking zones right. Blip on the throttle on the way down, of course. There's a big cloud of smoke there on the left. When the AI gets it wrong, comes to rejoin on the racing line. I get as far to the right as possible. Actually gained some positions out of that, but that was scary. AI is a little bit scary of those rejoins there, but for the most part, AI around here is pretty damn rad. Low gear again. Now I don't actually know what this sort of set of corners is called. This little right hander over the crest here, but I've never liked it. I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess, but like going through it is never fun. You shouldn't really be on the throttle through there, but. Of course, the driver instincts means get off throttle is slow. 19 slow. I have to wait for him. Sorry, dude. A little bit of a knock there. Just a little nibble at his rear wing just to let him know that I'm behind him. I'm now very slow with the last corner, which means I'm going to be under attack from the AI behind. They haven't quite got the run, luckily, so I'm going to be all right going out of T1. The brake heavily, go down to 3rd gear. I'm liking 3rd for this corner so far. I'm trying to use that little dip there. Where the curb starts, there's a little bit of a dip in the tarmac. I'm sort of using it to hook the tyre into the corner and pull me round, sort of initial D gutter style, but not quite as cool, unfortunately. And same with that one. But the thing is, if you get it wrong around here, because that little dip is very narrow, if you go too far to the inside, you hit the curb. And you actually get the opposite effect. You get launched out to the outside as the guy in front is sort of discovering through there, off the throttle. It's a lot better being off throttle through there. Don't touch the grass, Jimmy. He wants to end your day. To 4th, and again I'm using the sequential stick transmission just because I really enjoy using it. It's really fun to use. I'm a bit weird like that. I like that sort of transmission. 5th. We're in 15th position right now. It's not really making up many places, just trying to get into a rhythm though. Lime Rock is, as I said at the start of the video, is historically a circuit that I've never really done very well at. I don't know if it's because I don't understand it, maybe I'm just not understanding how this circuit flows, but I always end up getting either just launched off a circuit at the last corner, which has happened so many times in so many races when iRacing, or I end up having a massive crash on my own going over this rise. So I guess it's good to practice it as we dive to the outside now. Car's slow on the inside, don't want to go 2x2 really through there. I think there's a car still on my inside as well, so I'm going to be nice and cautious. Give room there. Oh no, there wasn't one, that was me being silly. I'm going to have to go to the inside now. 3 wide for a second as I dip back to the outside. Car still on my inside. Oh, he hits the curb! Big contact! Takes the car out behind me, and that's why you don't touch the curbs at Lime Rock, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus. Guess I was lucky just about to get out of that one. That guy is dead. Man. Anyway. Eyes forward. Again, big cloud of dust on the left-hand side of the circuit as one of the AI gets it wrong. Where's he going to come back on the circuit? In front of me. Can we get to the inside? I have to take avoiding action there. That rejoin was bad by the AI. He then squeezes me. Come on, 34. What are you doing, dude? obviously not really keen to lose any more places, it seems, after that. A little bit of a run coming up to the uphill section, but not much I can really do apart from lift off. I'm going to try and get off the throttle there, maybe up the inside here, into the penultimate corner. Oh, not really a place I like to overtake. Pushing them wide. Still side by side with the AI. Got the inside line here. This should be it done though. There you go. Nice. Cut in front. Position gained up to P12. Although we've lost a lot of time to the guys in front because of that. Cars actually have gained behind us as well. That's just how much time you lose going side by side around here. Getting a bit more confident with the braking there into T1. Sort of backing it in a bit more. But then missing that little dip though. They're getting it just on the exit. Guys in front again are arguing amongst themselves. I mean, we can pull back up to the rear of that little pack and see if we can gain any more places. Nice off there, good. The fourth gear, and yeah, I'm actually quite a big fan of this car. I've only driven it once on camera. I've driven it a couple of times off, and oh geez, and always been sort of interested in maybe running a series, just because of it's a car that sort of is a mix between skill and knowledge of downforce. If that makes sense, you know. Gotta have understanding of how the tyres grip and how they scrub, and you also have to have understanding of how downforce works in the car. Of course, you don't really get up to massive speeds in this car. I think the best you'll get out of it is about 140 miles an hour, it's like 150. But fast enough. I shouldn't be in second gear there. Just not concentrating for a second. That allows the guys behind to sort of close up a little bit as I'm closing up on the guys in front myself. So we're all catching the leaders right now, it seems. I do like the section when you get it right. That curb on the inside though. See what I mean by touching it? Just a big disruption to how the car's handling. Sort of throws you to the outside, and I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. Careful now. See, when you're on it, you're on the throttle through there. When you're on it, or when you're trying to be on it anyway. But that can often end in tears, as it has done so many times to me in the past. Trying to get on the throttle nice and early through there. I just can't quite match the AI's performance through there. The guy right on my tail is looking to the inside now quite late. It's a bit too late to go to the inside now. Still there though. No, just about pulls out of it. Car again off to the outside. Looks like some of the shenanigans in front are getting a little bit violent. The rejoin, of course, by that AI. Tries to rejoin in a sort of safe way, but it's quite scary to see an AI just veering towards the circuit, so you have to just take as big avoiding action as possible. Up into P11. Top 10 is the dream, it seems. I think it's definitely possible in this race. Nice and easy on the entry, and then just a little lift, and then back on the throttle again. Okay. Finding that to be a lot more effective than just smashing the throttle and hoping for the best. Better there for the penultimate corner as well. There's a lot of... I'm not sure if it's understeer or just slide at the front. I guess they are the same thing, but I sort of think of understeer as when the tyres scrub. But this is more of almost like a four-wheel slide. Again, the AI, I see the AI going defensive there in the background. That's really cool to see. I love seeing that of the AI. Sort of preempt the moves of yourself and others. Another AI goes off in front. People getting fired off left, right and centre. That's good for me because top 10. Haha, there you go. Nice. Up to P10. I haven't actually made an overtake on track for a while, but I'll take that. Part of racing is getting to the finish as well in one piece, so not too bothered about that. See if we can gain through here a bit. Okay, so I was a bit too aggressive there on the entry. You saw the front end just sort of scrub along. I probably could be remedied a bit with a bit of setup. I'm just running the baseline right now, but I think it's a really good idea to sort of get out there and drive the car on baseline, just get a feel for how it is in the first place. Then you can start making amendments. Look how slow I am through there. I guess a great run through there, but doesn't capitalise on it, it seems. Likes to wait until we get to T1 to have a look at it. I think this is the AI that got shot off as well, so he's obviously trying to make up some places again. Another big cloud of smoke on the exit, another AI shot off, it seems. Second gear, and using that blip to try and avoid the rear end doing naughty things. Taking an early third gear, and that understeer there really is starting to hamper my exit of the corners. These guys are all lying the stern in front of me. Come on, you can be part of that if I just have a good couple of corners. Well, I'm on the throttle there, that's scary. See, the race for me wants to take as much curb as possible on the inside, but you just can't. I have to try and treat them like the GP4 curbs. If you touch them, you just die. As we saw earlier on in the race anyway. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to I'm going to go back to my line. Although guys behind having a bit of a scrap, so it looks like the white car's going to take the red car in the mirrors. He's up my inside now as well. I've got to give him the room. Just about through those cars in front, a little bit slow of the corner as well. Just tagging a bit of grass. 77 going to dive to the inside, try and get a place here. Oh, a little bit too wide then. He ran into him, but thank you very much. A little bit risky. But we went from defending to taking a place. Nice close racing around here. I guess that's why Lime Rock is a lot of fun to drive in races, because it's such a small circuit. It's under a minute around here for a lap time. Somewhere near 50 seconds. I don't want to take that curb, Jimmy. That was a bad curb to take. But it just means the cars are very rarely that far apart. Up into P9 now. I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's been a clean-ish race. It feels like it anyway. But I just can't get this last corner right. I just can't seem to do it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just not turning in at the right spot. Not quite understanding the full dynamics of this car yet. Oh god, the guy behind, a little bit of contact, goes so deep into the corner there, actually tags me on the way in. Just managed to keep the car under control though, but looks like the guy behind resorting to touring car tactics, which is not good. I will not last if that happens. Oh, inside curb there, grabbed by the car in front. Oh no, there's no room there, Jimmy. I don't know, that was on both of us there really. Again, I'm trying to be as clean as possible with this AI, but sometimes it's a bit naughty. Goes into the outside there. We're going to have the inside now for the penultimate corner. He's got nowhere to go. He's got to let off. Place gained. Don't get on the throttle over there. That is so slippy on the outside there. You touch the throttle, you just die instantly. Oh my gee, the guy in the background hits the curb. Rolls, rolls, rolls. That's the end of him. Okay, the AI is not enjoying that curb, it seems. I think this AI perfectly sums up RF2. When it works, it's fantastic. It's you know, one of the best on the market. But when it doesn't work, it's hilarious. Oh man, okay, I'm just glad that wasn't me. Oh, I should be in second gear. That's why I understeer like a pig there. You saw the car just sweep at the front. Jimmy, no, come on. I'm going to blame the guy behind. The guy who rolled anyway. Put me off. Okay, good. We managed to keep the position there. I was worried we were going to have to go side by side uphill, which I really did not want. Better, better. Oh, but the exit isn't. The exit, you're getting on the power too early. Roll it in a bit more. Don't be afraid to use the brake as well. There you go. Oh, I wish I had just some more horsepower here. Where is the more horsepower button? Only a couple of laps left though as the blue car goes offensive in the background. Gotta give him the room to go very deep into the corner. Again, he tags me. Come on, dude. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, place gain, though. Somehow a place gain. AI is basically trying not to crap itself in front of me, but failing to do so. Okay, I think the rear of the car is probably a bit second-hand at this point, but somehow everything still seems fairly connected. Up to P7. Top 6 maybe at this point. Don't know, though. It's going to require another shooting off of that AI in front of me to catch. Oh, I'm just not liking those corners. I'm not getting the turning right. Something about fast corners I've always been a little bit bad at. Guy behind nearly just puts one up the inside there through the corner. Sometimes the AI does go for spots that aren't there. I guess a bit like real life drivers as well. So one to go then. There's consolidation at this point, I think. Don't get on that curb. You've learned that, Jimmy. Missing the groove on the inside. Sort of again trying to get his wheel in. Trying to use the Akina gutter technique. Not quite working though. Need more AE86 for that. I think there's definitely a rhythm that I'm not getting around here. I think maybe I need to put a bit more focus on that. Sometimes when you're a sim racer, there are circuits you try and avoid because you aren't good at them. Lime Rock's one of those for me. But I think that maybe I need to try and, you know, take that as it is and do a bit more practice around here. Maybe not on this sort of car. I'm just getting that push around there. I cannot do anything about it. And then I'm just being gained on everywhere by through these fast corners. I just can't do it around here. But anyway, that is Lime Rock over and done with. We come home in P7. I'm not too unhappy with that actually, considering that we started quite near the back of the grid and there was quite a few shenanigans along the way, including some guy who's probably off in the next state by now, the speed he rolled off the corner there. But that was a USF2000 car, a car I thoroughly enjoy in RF2. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Of course, if you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. The channel at the moment is growing at an absolutely astronomical rate. I'm so humbled that it's continuing at this point right now, and thank you everyone for your support. But yeah, that aside, hope you have an awesome day, guys. Take care. See you next time.